What's going on, everybody? Damon Gonzalez from Latinbox Sports. We're back here on the Slip Punches show. This afternoon, we got a special guest, man, that's going to be joining us. This is a talented amateur fighter. Has been fighting in the amateurs for a lot of years. He's a big boy, the heavyweight division, the division that's one of the hottest divisions in the sport of boxing today. We're going to be welcomed on the show, Jeremiah Milton. Jeremiah Milton's going to be on the show to join us in a few minutes. And we're going to talk about his career, his young career, and as he's getting set to make the big steps and come into the big leagues, the pros. So we're looking forward to talking to Jeremiah any minute. And we are live here on the Slip Punching Show. Like I say to everybody, every time I come on live, man, we're doing all this for fun. We're doing all this to reach out to the boxing community, to reach out to everybody that's out there. Keep on punching, being safe, use safety, communicate with everybody as possible out there, man. Keep the sport alive. And that's what we're doing. You know, we're out there doing the best we can to just communicate with everybody and just give as much information as possible, as we see boxing will be coming back very, very soon. UFC has made some steps. They've been back in the sport. They've showed that it could be done. So boxing's next. That's around the corner. So we're looking forward to it. In any minute, like I said, we'll be joined by a up-and-coming prospect, heavyweight Jeremiah Milton is going to be joining us on the Slip Punches show, and we're looking forward to it, man. He sounds like a good guy, and we're just going to chop it up with him, see how he's doing, and just chop it up with the champ. He should be coming any minute. But the heavyweight division, that's one of my favorite divisions. It's always been for many, many years. I know after a period of time, it seemed like in the 80s going into, really, no, I'm wrong about that. A couple of years back, the division kind of went into a flat line. There wasn't really big champions for a while, since the Holyfields and the Tysons and, all those big guys, the Riddick Bows and what have you. But now it's come back in such a big way. There's so much talent in this new generation of sport. And guys like, of course, Joshua, Fury, Wilder, those guys have really, contribute to bringing the heavyweight division back and doing what they're doing and what have you. And hopefully we'll get to see those matchups. I saw a little on Instagram. I'm going to touch on it real quick. I saw a little posting. One of the sports writers posted something about Earl Spence possibly going to be fighting Danny Swift Garcia out of Philadelphia. I'm not going to get into it too much in detail. I think it's, to me, an interesting fight for Spence to take, right back into the big leagues, jumping into a big, hard fight with somebody as dangerous, and I say dangerous, as Danny Swift with his hook. He's just a dangerous fighter, period. He's going to come 100%. So, you can't take that away from Spence. I would personally like to see a tune-up with him, and I'm only saying that because you kind of think about what transpired and happened to him back in Dallas with the accident and what have you. So that kind of, it concerns me a bit. Is he cleared up really? Can he really take a punch? Can he really, be in that position as well? He's a world-class fighter. He knows his heart. He knows his spirit, and you can't take that away from him. So we'll see what happens. We're looking forward to see a fight like that. It's always great for the welterweight division. There's still a lot of fights to be made. Of course, my man Crawford, which is to me the pound for pound number one welterweight in the world, with no questions about that. We'll see if any of these guys will want to step up to Crawford. So we're just waiting on Milton right now. He should be joining us. So again, this is something new, the Latinbox show that we're doing, Slip Punches show. It's all for fun. It's all for fun, man, just to keep it out there and enjoy myself with everybody out there. And I want to thank everybody, for always, just listening in and sending good messages throughout Messenger. I appreciate you all. It's always awesome to hear from my colleagues and from my friends and everybody out there, man. It's about staying positive, man. We got to stay positive in this sport. So I'm just waiting for Mr. Milton to join us. Here we go. He's coming on right now. If it ain't Mr. Jeremiah Milton. How are you, champ? Champ, you with us?
How about now? Is that it?
Hey, champ, how are you, man?
Man, I'm good. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm out north right now, and signal's a little bad out here.
Really? Wow, man. Hey, welcome to the Slip Punches Show, man. We're very grateful to have you on with us today.
Man, I appreciate you for having me.
Thank you. Listen, Jeremiah Milton, for the fans out there and the people that don't really know you, man, talk a little about your entire amateur career, man. You've accomplished so much in the amateurs. You're a force to be reckoned with when you turn pro. I mean, talk a little about yourself.
Yeah, so I've been doing this for about 3 years now. Just dedicated. I pop up on the scene, and luckily I've been able to like travel and experience some really top guys, being in the ring with some top guys. I'm just always in the gym. I'm a self-motivated type of guy, so you don't got to tell me to get in the gym. I've competed all the way up into the Olympic trials where I was the Olympic alternate. So I placed silver out there. And then let's see here, I've been ranked as high as second in the nation. And it's all been in a short amount of time, man, doing it from right here in Oklahoma. Signed with my management team, Victory Sports. So now I'll be moving off to Vegas here soon when everything kind of like, fires back.
Well, obviously, it's a tough time right now. And thinking about adjustments, you going into your pro career, you see there's going to be changes. Are you prepared to fight in those changes? And what I mean is behind closed doors.
Oh man, honestly, this is all a start for me. It's all new, and I'm a real fighter. You know what I'm saying? So a fighter just fights, man. I've had shows where there was nobody there in amateurs. I've had shows where we got a lot of eyes on us. Um, you know, Under the bright lights, man, nothing changes. You would like to have everybody there to support you, of course, but this is what I love to do. This is my passion. So I'm ready to get back in under any circumstances. Yeah.
Man, I apologize. I personally didn't know much about you. I texted a friend of mine, a boxing writer up in New York City, and asked him about you. And it's funny, and I'll tell you the comment. The comment came back is that kid throws a jab that could knock down a brick wall. What are your thoughts of that comment, bro? Your powers
Hey,
like that?
hey, you know what? I would say that I ain't gonna brag on myself too much, man. But I put a lot into my craft, man. What I'm saying, I've been really working at it. I've been working for a while to just make sure everything is tightened up, man. Combine the IQ with the athleticism and the ability to just pick up and read things fast. Yeah, man, I got some heavy hands.
Man, I'll tell you, in the movies, every Skywalker has to have a Jedi. So you coming up, man, talk about a couple, one or two of the pros that been with you and kind of helping you through the way in your younger career. Anybody
Oh,
come to mind?
well, yeah, there was guys, what I'm saying, guys here that I would watch and guys, that so me, I picked up a lot of the game, from like visually learning it. You'd be surprised what you could pick up on YouTube nowadays. So for the young cats out there that don't have like somebody in the gym standing with them, you know what I'm saying, dig down and do the research, man, and you know, stay on the bag, man. Stay in the gym and apply yourself. And you can catch up with some of the craft, you know what I'm saying? But it's been good. Like, you know, we had a pro out here, Alan Green, who I watched, you know what I'm saying? He was actually in my gym. Didn't really get to work with him much, you know, because he was kind of doing his own thing. But, you know, having a guy like that to watch in the gym kind of gave me a good foundation to start from. And then I picked up a lot of things from, you know, literally just watching guys on the internet. You know, and like I said, I don't just watch like, you know, the hype videos and nothing like that. You got to break it down, man. You got to look for the material, you know what I'm saying? Something that is like juicy, the substance out there.
You definitely sound like you're a great student of the game, of the sport. And bring it back a couple of years ago when you got into boxing. What transpired that caught your attention to get into the sport of boxing?
Well, I mean, I never actually competed in it, but you know, I've been around it my whole life. As far as fighting in general, you know, it wasn't necessarily boxing. It's just, you know, life has been like a fight. You know what I'm saying? It's a fight to, you know, get up every day and you know continue to make steps to advance. And so, you know, I figured, you know, with my ability and not just my size and talent, you know, just my ability to study and to really, you know, dedicate myself, that I could actually, you know, do this and do it at a high level. You know, took some bruises on the way up, you know, because it's learning. It's all been learning, short amount of time and learning too. But, you know, I never felt defeated or discouraged with it. And before you know it, you know what I'm saying, my name is popping off in other states that I never even been to, you know?
And that's what it's all about right there. And that's awesome to hear. Now, right now, in this generation, right now, with the heavyweight division, is there a particular heavyweight that you look at that person and say, you know what? Not in the sense that I admire the person, but you look at their career and say, that's the way you do it. Is there anybody that comes to mind that maybe caught your attention in the heavyweight division?
Oh yeah, yeah. You know, boxing is full of characters, man. So you can find all types of personalities, man, and rich stories. You know, so I watch guys, you know what I'm saying, like Anthony Joshua, you know, he's clean cut professional, really, you know, the people's champ type, you know. And then Deontay had his own way of being the people's champ, you know what I'm saying? He's Alabama kind of country like me. So that was something that, you know, I could relate to a lot. You know, Tyson Fury, what a great guy, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of different personalities in boxing, man. And I mean, you can really just kind of gravitate towards any of these guys and find some similarities in their stories, man. It's inspiring, yeah. And then you see how they work and it makes you want to work in the gym. Now, you know, being inspired by them is completely different from me in the ring competing with somebody. You know, I've had a chance to spar with Tony Yoka, Joe Joyce, both Olympic gold and silver, 2016 in Rio. But you know, I was in awe when I seen them because I watched these guys on YouTube. I knew who they were. But you know, when you get in the ring, man, it's like you know, now it's time for you to go ahead and, you know, put the respect. You know, it's still respect, but let's go ahead, you know, show them what you can do. Yeah. So don't go in there, you know, making these guys to be too big to where you when you finally meet them, you don't know what to do with them. Yeah.
But no doubt you held your own.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. It was a great camp, great experience with both of those two gentlemen. Very great teams. Virgil Hunter was a great coach, great, you know, at just chipping off little side mentor advice and stuff like that. And same thing with Joe Joyce. Beautiful camp, man. You know, nothing but success. I wish for those guys.
Do you have a trainer behind you that's helping you through this process?
Now that I've signed to my management team in Vegas, you know, I'm out there working with Coach Larry Wade and Justin Gamber. Justin
Wow.
Gamber's Caleb. Yeah. So I got a solid team behind me that's been there before. I just have to fill in the gaps and do my part. Yeah. Because they've experienced things, you know what I'm saying, that I haven't got a chance to experience yet. And I can always respect that. Up until then, I got invited out to the Bay to work with a good coach out in Oakland, Abraham. He has a gym out there, and he was the first person I could actually say was my coach because, you know, the most interesting thing about my story is I've been doing it on my own. You know, there's nobody really in Oklahoma that is able to travel or, to get to these national fights like that. So I trained myself. When I learned how to go to national tournaments, I started training myself for them. And I would use the different coaches that I would meet at the tournaments to help me fight. And
Oh, I don't know what happened, but we lost Mr. Jeremiah. I apologize, everybody. He should be back anytime shortly with us. Uh, right in the middle of our interview, he should be joining us again. You give us a second. Apologize for the technical difficulties. Hey, champ.
yeah, back.
Sorry we lost
Working
you.
with the signal on.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good. Man, we're super excited to have you on the show today, and to kind of educate the boxing community who you are and what you're doing and what have you. How eager are you to get in the ring as a pro?
Oh man, you know what? Like that's it's gonna every fight from now on is the biggest fight that I've ever trained for. Yeah, so each fight is gonna be more and more important. I just had my first son, so
Oh,
had him back in
congratulations!
2016. Yeah, thank you, man. And I've always been a man with high principle, but it just puts things into so much more perspective for me. And so, I want to carry myself as a professional at all times. So I've been training through the virus. I found ways to make sure that I'm staying on top of my fitness. But for me, it's just all go, man. I'm ready for it.
I'm glad you said that because in addition to that, this question comes out. Of course, we know Victory, they're awesome in Vegas. They're really blowing up and doing great things in boxing, and I commend them for that. And knowing it's a business, knowing there's a lot of logistics involved, are you the type of person, your pedigree, it's like, I don't care if I fight on the moon, I want to fight. Is that the type of fighter you are?
That's the energy I'm bringing, man. I'll never turn down nothing. Somebody hit me up out this way. They asked to go sparring in the park, and shoot, I was out there in the park. We was throwing hands.
Oh, no,
So
no. You
I
put on
mean,
YouTube release? Come on, we
you,
can't miss the fun. You gotta go
hey,
Facebook Live on us, man. Have
nah, man.
somebody
Man,
hold
I don't know.
you up.
I don't know what happened to the video, man. But I'm just telling you, man. I don't turn down nothing but my collar, man. You know
Oh,
what I'm
you see
saying?
that? Back in the day, they called that throwing joints in the park. You know what I mean? That was a spar.
Yeah,
You out there
yeah,
joints in the park. Nice. Nice.
I don't know, man. I try to, but I'm definitely smart about what I do. But I'm just passionate, man. Boxing, uh, you know, it's it depends on how you feel. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm competitive by nature, so you challenge me in a foot race. Let's go. Like I just want to find out. I just have to know. Yeah.
Jeremiah, give a shout out to all your fans and all the people that follow you. And for the ones that don't follow you, how can they follow you on social media?
You guys can follow me over at jmilton19. That's jmilton19 on Instagram. My name is Jeremiah Milton. I go by the All American. You can follow me too on my Facebook, Jeremiah the All American Milton, and that'll pop up. Shout out to everybody who's been on this journey with me, supporting me. Thank you guys more than you guys keep me grounded. You know what I'm saying? There's so many people that reach out to me and just send a little positive vibe or something like that, uplifts my mood, and I carry that with me every time. I'm proud to represent Oklahoma anytime I step on the road, and I look forward to meeting new people out there.
Jeremiah, I always ask fighters quick question about the tools of war. When you're in the ring and that bell rings, what's your fight glove? What's the glove that when you put on, you knocking somebody out? What's that comfortable glove for you?
You know what? I'm left-handed, but I fight orthodox. So I mean, I got power in both hands. I always start with my left glove to put that on first because you have to respect the jab, the power of the jab. That's why everybody talks about my jab. The jab is the most important punch in boxing. It's going to set up everything else. You might think that it's coming light and sweet, but it's going to bust you. It's going to get you ringing, and it's going to be followed by a right hand, maybe a left hook. So I always start when you're lacing up your gloves, put that jab hand on first, and then you kind of feel your hands in both. Yeah, yeah.
You got to come down the floor to get some work, man. We got Jeremiah Miller down here. Baby Miller's here. We got Lenroy Thomas. We got some great heavyweights that I love to work with you, bro.
Man, I look forward to being around nothing but the best. You know what I'm saying? I actually was telling somebody about Jeremiah Miller the other day, just in a little small conversation. But yeah, you know, that guy right there, man, for a big boy, he can go.
Yes, you can.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I look forward to, you know, meeting these guys. And, you know, like I said, I just want to surround myself with everybody that's at the top.
Thank you, Jeremiah Milton. Thank you so much for coming on the Slip Punches. Listen, we hope to have you back.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Let's do it, man. I'll be somewhere with better service next time. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll make sure by the next year that I get a glove sign. You know why? Because a couple of years from now, when you holding one of these titles, you be like, "Who that, man?" You know, just talk to him.
It's all love. I got you locked in.
Jeremiah, thank you so much, man. We appreciate you. Keep on punching, champ.
Pleasure. Take care.
Take care. Thank you guys for joining the Slip Punches show with Jeremiah Milton today. It was a great, awesome show. He's a nice, young, talented, up-and-coming champion. We're looking forward to seeing him in the pros soon. Thank you for joining Latinbox Sports. We'll be talking to you shortly. Thank you.